If you are over 60 and you have noticed that simple activities like climbing stairs leave you more winded than they used to, or you feel like your energy just is not what it once was, or you find yourself moving slower and feeling less vibrant throughout the day, I want you to listen closely because these changes are not just inevitable parts of aging. They are signs that something fundamental is shifting in your body, something that affects millions of seniors but is rarely talked about in the way it should be. As a cardiovascular specialist with over 15 years of experience helping older adults reclaim their vitality, I have seen it again and again. And I am here to tell you this: your circulation is trying to get your attention, and in many cases, it is not your age alone causing the decline. It is how your blood vessels have slowly lost their flexibility and strength over the years. But here is the remarkable news. There is a simple root that has been used for centuries, something you can chew for just 60 seconds that may help restore the flow and energy your body craves. In this video, I am going to share with you exactly what this root is, how it works, and why it could be the natural solution you have been searching for. This is not some complicated supplement routine or expensive treatment. It is something so simple, so accessible that you might wonder why more people do not know about it. You see, as we age, our blood vessels naturally begin to stiffen. The walls that once expanded and contracted easily with each heartbeat start to lose their elasticity. Think of it like a garden hose that has been left in the sun too long. What once was flexible and responsive becomes rigid and narrow. This stiffening reduces blood flow throughout your body, affecting everything from your brain function to your energy levels, from your heart health to your overall sense of vitality. Most people accept this as just part of getting older. They think fatigue, slower healing, cold hands and feet, and that general feeling of sluggishness are simply what happens after 60. But what if I told you that much of this decline is not inevitable? What if there was a way to help your blood vessels remember how to be flexible again, how to carry oxygen and nutrients efficiently throughout your body, how to support the vibrant health you deserve at any age? That is where this ancient root comes in. For over 2,000 years, traditional healers have known about its remarkable ability to support circulation and vitality. Modern science is now catching up, revealing exactly how this simple plant compound works at the cellular level to help restore what time has slowly taken away. The root I am talking about is ginger, but not just any ginger and not used the way most people think about it. You see, when you chew fresh ginger root for 60 seconds, something fascinating happens in your mouth and throughout your digestive system. The active compounds in ginger, particularly one called gingerol, are released directly into your bloodstream through the rich network of blood vessels under your tongue and throughout your mouth. This is called sublingual absorption, and it is one of the fastest ways for nutrients to enter your circulation, bypassing the slower digestive process and getting to work immediately. But what makes this so powerful for seniors specifically? Gingerol has a unique ability to stimulate the production of nitric oxide in your blood vessels. Nitric oxide is like a master key that tells your blood vessel walls to relax and widen. When your vessels can expand properly, blood flows more freely, carrying oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body more efficiently. It is like upgrading from a narrow country road to a wide highway. Everything moves better, faster, and with less resistance. This is not just theory. Research has shown that ginger can improve circulation, reduce inflammation in blood vessels, and even help support healthy blood pressure levels. One study found that people who consumed ginger regularly showed significant improvements in blood flow within just a few weeks. Another study demonstrated that ginger could help reduce the stiffness in arteries that naturally occurs with aging. Now, you might be thinking, if ginger is so beneficial, why have I not heard about this before? The truth is, most people consume ginger in ways that do not maximize its circulatory benefits. They might add a little powdered ginger to their tea, or eat it pickled with sushi, or take it in a supplement form. But none of these methods deliver the immediate concentrated dose of active compounds that chewing fresh ginger root provides. When you chew fresh ginger for 60 seconds, you are creating a direct pathway for these powerful compounds to enter your bloodstream rapidly. The mechanical action of chewing releases the oils and active ingredients, while the extended contact with your mouth tissues allows for maximum absorption. It is like the difference between sipping a glass of water slowly versus drinking it all at once when you are truly thirsty. Both provide hydration, but one gives you immediate relief. The beauty of this approach is its simplicity. You do not need expensive equipment, complicated preparation, or a prescription. You just need a small piece of fresh ginger root, about the size of your thumbnail, and 60 seconds of your time. The ginger should be fresh, not dried or powdered, because fresh ginger contains the highest concentration of the active compounds your circulation needs. But I want to be clear about something important. This is not about chasing some fountain of youth or trying to turn back the clock to your 20s. This is about supporting your body where it is now, giving it the tools it needs to function at its best possible level at this stage of your life. It is about honoring the wisdom of your years while also nurturing the vitality that still lives within you. Many of my patients who have tried this simple practice report feeling more energetic within days. They tell me about climbing stairs without getting as winded, having warmer hands and feet, feeling more mentally alert, and experiencing an overall sense of improved well-being. These are not dramatic overnight transformations, but gentle, sustainable improvements that build over time. The key is consistency. Just like any beneficial practice, the effects of chewing ginger root compound over time. Your blood vessels do not restore their flexibility overnight, but with daily support, they can gradually regain some of their youthful responsiveness. Think of it as gentle daily encouragement for your circulatory system to remember how to work optimally. Now, some of you might be concerned about the taste or the burning sensation that fresh ginger can cause. Yes, ginger has a strong, spicy flavor and it will create a warming sensation in your mouth. This is actually part of how you know it is working. That warmth is the active compound stimulating blood flow right there in your mouth tissues. But if the intensity is too much at first, you can start with smaller pieces and gradually work up to the full 60-second chew. The timing of when you chew the ginger can also make a difference. Many people find that chewing ginger root first thing in the morning helps set a positive tone for their entire day, supporting circulation when their body is naturally preparing for activity. Others prefer to use it in the early evening, finding that it helps them feel more energized for their evening activities without interfering with sleep. What makes this approach even more appealing is that ginger has been safely consumed by humans for thousands of years. It has an excellent safety profile for most people, and unlike many pharmaceutical interventions, it works with your body's natural processes rather than forcing artificial changes. However, I want to address something that concerns many seniors when they first hear about this approach. You might be wondering if something this simple could really make a meaningful difference, especially if you have been dealing with circulation issues for years. You might be thinking that if the solution were this straightforward, surely your doctor would have mentioned it, or you would have heard about it from friends or family members. The reality is that our modern healthcare system, while excellent at treating acute conditions and emergencies, often overlooks simple, natural approaches that can support long-term wellness. Doctors are trained to prescribe medications and recommend procedures, not necessarily to explore traditional remedies that have been used safely for centuries. This does not make them wrong, but it does create gaps in the information you receive about supporting your health naturally. What I find particularly encouraging about ginger root is how it addresses circulation from multiple angles simultaneously. While you are getting the immediate benefits of improved blood flow from the nitric oxide stimulation, you are also receiving powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that help reduce the chronic inflammation that contributes to blood vessel stiffening in the first place. It is like getting both immediate relief and long-term protection in one simple practice. The anti-inflammatory effects of ginger are particularly important for seniors because chronic inflammation is one of the silent drivers of many age-related health challenges. When your blood vessels are constantly inflamed, they cannot function optimally. They become stiff, narrow, and less responsive to your body's needs. By providing regular anti-inflammatory support through fresh ginger, you are helping to create an environment where your circulatory system can heal and restore itself naturally. Many people ask me about the difference between using fresh ginger this way versus taking ginger supplements or drinking ginger tea. While those forms of ginger certainly have their benefits, they do not provide the same immediate concentrated delivery that chewing fresh root offers. When you swallow a ginger capsule, it must travel through your digestive system, be broken down, and then absorbed into your bloodstream. This process can take an hour or more, and much of the active compound may be lost along the way. Ginger tea, while soothing and beneficial in its own right, typically contains much lower concentrations of the active compounds because the ginger is steeped briefly in hot water rather than being directly consumed. The chewing method we are discussing delivers a much more potent dose directly to your bloodstream in a matter of minutes, not hours. Let me walk you through exactly how to implement this practice for maximum benefit. First, you want to select fresh ginger root from your grocery store. Look for pieces that are firm, smooth-skinned, and free from wrinkles or soft spots. The skin should be thin and easy to scrape away with your fingernail. Avoid ginger that feels light for its size or has a musty smell, as these are signs that it is past its prime. When you get home, store your ginger root in the refrigerator where it will stay fresh for several weeks. Each morning, or whenever you choose to do this practice, cut off a piece about the size of your thumbnail. You do not need to peel it unless you prefer to, as the skin contains beneficial compounds as well. However, do give it a thorough rinse under clean water. Place the piece of ginger in your mouth and begin chewing slowly and deliberately. Do not rush this process. The goal is to break down the fibrous root and release as many of the active compounds as possible. As you chew, you will notice the warming, spicy sensation intensifying. This is exactly what you want. The compounds that create this sensation are the same ones that will help improve your circulation. Continue chewing for the full 60 seconds. You might find it helpful to count slowly or use a timer at first until you develop a feel for how long 60 seconds is. After the minute is up, you can either swallow the ginger pulp or spit it out, depending on your preference. Both approaches will give you the circulatory benefits, as the active compounds have already been absorbed through your mouth tissues. Some people worry about the intensity of the ginger flavor, especially if they are not used to spicy foods. If you find the sensation overwhelming at first, start with smaller pieces and shorter chewing times. You can gradually increase both the size and duration as your mouth becomes accustomed to the sensation. Remember, some intensity is necessary for the practice to be effective, but it should not be so overwhelming that you cannot maintain the practice consistently. It is also worth noting that the quality of your ginger matters significantly. Organic ginger, when available, tends to have higher concentrations of active compounds because it is grown without synthetic chemicals that can interfere with the plant's natural processes. However, conventional ginger will still provide benefits, so do not let the unavailability of organic options prevent you from trying this approach. One of the most encouraging aspects of this practice is how quickly many people begin to notice changes. While everyone is different, many of my patients report feeling increased warmth in their extremities within the first few days of consistent use. Others notice improved energy levels or better mental clarity within the first week. These early signs are encouraging indicators that your circulation is responding positively to the support you are providing. As you continue this practice over weeks and months, the benefits tend to deepen and stabilize. Your blood vessels gradually become more responsive, your energy levels more consistent, and your overall sense of vitality more robust. This is not a quick fix that provides temporary relief, but rather a sustainable practice that supports long-term circulatory health. I want to emphasize that this approach works best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. While chewing ginger root can provide significant circulatory benefits on its own, combining it with regular gentle movement, adequate hydration, and a diet rich in fruits and vegetables will amplify the positive effects. Think of the ginger as one powerful tool in your wellness toolkit, not a magic solution that eliminates the need for other healthy choices. For those of you who may be taking medications, particularly blood thinners or blood pressure medications, I strongly encourage you to speak with your healthcare provider before beginning this practice. While ginger is generally very safe, it can interact with certain medications by enhancing their effects. This is not necessarily dangerous, but it does mean your doctor may want to monitor you more closely or adjust your dosages accordingly. This is simply good medical practice, not a reason to avoid trying this natural approach. What I find most remarkable about this simple practice is how it represents a return to the wisdom our ancestors understood intuitively. Before modern medicine, people relied on plants and natural remedies to support their health and vitality. They did not have access to complex pharmaceuticals or sophisticated medical procedures, yet many lived vibrant, active lives well into their later years. They understood that the body has an incredible capacity to heal and restore itself when given the right support. This does not mean we should abandon modern medicine, but rather that we can benefit from combining the best of both worlds. Your ginger root practice can work alongside any treatments your doctor has prescribed, providing additional support for your circulatory system while you continue to receive appropriate medical care for any existing conditions. As you begin this journey, I encourage you to pay attention to the subtle changes in how you feel. Keep a simple journal if it helps, noting your energy levels, how you feel when climbing stairs, whether your hands and feet feel warmer, and any other improvements you notice. These small changes can be easy to overlook in the busyness of daily life, but they represent real improvements in your body's function and your quality of life. Remember, every person's body responds differently, and the timeline for experiencing benefits can vary. Some people notice changes within days, while others may need several weeks of consistent practice before feeling significant improvements. The key is patience and consistency. Your circulatory system has been developing its current patterns for decades, and it will take some time to establish new, healthier patterns. What matters most is that you are taking an active role in supporting your health and vitality. You are not simply accepting decline as inevitable, but rather choosing to nurture the remarkable healing capacity that still exists within your body. This shift in mindset from passive acceptance to active participation in your wellness can be just as powerful as the physical benefits of the ginger itself. The beauty of this approach is that it costs almost nothing, requires no special equipment, and can be done anywhere. Whether you are at home, traveling, or staying with family, you can maintain this simple practice that supports your circulation and energy. It is a small act of self-care that honors both your current needs and your future well-being. As we conclude, I want to remind you that your best years are not behind you. Yes, your body is different now than it was in your 20s or 30s, but different does not mean diminished. With the right support, including simple practices like chewing fresh ginger root, you can maintain and even improve your vitality, energy, and overall sense of well-being. Your circulation, your energy, and your zest for life do not have to fade simply because you have reached your 60s, 70s, or beyond. By supporting your body with this ancient wisdom, you are investing in more vibrant days ahead, in the ability to keep doing the things you love, and in the confidence that comes from feeling strong and vital in your own skin. So, tomorrow morning, I invite you to visit your local grocery store, select a piece of fresh ginger root, and begin this simple 60-second practice. Give your circulation the support it has been asking for. Give your body the natural tools it needs to restore its youthful flow and energy. And give yourself the gift of taking an active role in your health and vitality. Thank you for joining me today, and remember, age is not about the number of years you have lived, but about how vibrantly you choose to live the years ahead of you. Your circulation is waiting for this gentle support, and your future self will thank you for starting today.